So we have only a couple of minutes left for a short discussion, but is there any pressing questions? We can take 2 questions at least. But if there is no questions, I would like to actually I have a question for you. Who believes that there is a sort of really strong hype in electronic and mobile commerce? Please raise hands. Okay. And thank you. And another question, who believes that you really have to be as far as possible from electronic and mobile commerce? Please raise your hands. No ones. So basically this is typical definition of hype. So we have a very, very short time, only a couple of minutes. Preet is already standing and our coffee is waiting. But still, what we should really do in order to really benefit from this hype, in order to develop all other sort of life and world-changing applications in energy and biotech, what we should do? Can we give sort of very short and practical recommendation regarding development of research programs or startups or whatever technologies? Please, let's start this.
Shall I?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should make it easier for every startup to get moving. So in basically, let's say you see here all these different stands, but I think that every one of us who can help you should immediately direct to the others to help you to move, because things are happening so fast that if you don't move with the pace of this movement, then somebody else in the world will have already done the same thing. So it means that you have to tell us when you need something, that if our answer is enough for your startup, or if you're not satisfied, then you have to press us to bring yourself to somebody of our colleagues.
Thank you. Ardo, any recommendation? How to deal hype?
It's like a billion-dollar question.
Yeah, of course.
Easy.
Nowadays, of course, in area of Facebook, we already talk $100 billion question.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think it's like hype is like a wave. I mean, if you're running a wave, you are ahead of a wave, it's fine. But if you are already lagging behind, then you should actually look at what is not moving. Basically, everybody knows what is moving. You know, E&M is moving and IT is moving. But what is not moving? You should ask why it's not moving and when will it start moving. It's basically when and where the next wave will come from, and will I be the first one to surf it? I think that is it's a crucial question, but it's very difficult to answer.
So basically what you want to say, if you have a weak signals or some reflection, for example, if your grandmother already in Facebook and taxi driver asks from you, should I invest in Facebook stocks? So it's definitely late, don't invest anymore.
It's definitely, I mean, absolutely definitely late that this wave is going to go without me. So okay. I would need to really rise with the next one. So it's definitely late. As we say that the children are leaving Facebook because their parents are on there. So it's already late for that. But so it doesn't mean that the whole sector is late. I mean, hype is still there, and in one sense, the hype is good because it's getting everybody to move. Everybody's starting to question, where should I be? Am I lagging behind? Where should I run? Because without that, everybody would be just sitting on their, so to say, bottoms.
So this is a kind of hint for our young startups. So if you really entering into business and your grandmother already in the business and your taxi driver already knows the business, don't do it. Just try to find another place. Ott, what's your recommendation?
I mean, what I would say is that people typically overestimate what's happening in short term and underestimate what happens in the long run. I mean, first internet bubble, basically. People expected that all marketing goes to the web immediately. Well, it didn't go kind of 15 years ago, but now it's there. So this is one side. The other, what I would say, is that behind these hypes, there is some sort of reasonability. Why this hype is hot? I mean, social media, why it's there? Why basically people want to communicate? They couldn't do it before that efficiently. So there is some reasonability, and where it leads. If people spend so much time now on internet, I mean, we saw the trends which are not shifting. I mean, people want physical places where to meet. So they go back to cafeterias, etc. So it goes like in cycles, I would bet. And yes, if we try to understand what's behind and where certain things might go in the long run, then
So if you start up your company, you have to understand actually cycles. This is
Basically, the most successful startup in Singapore is, you know what? It's basically bread talk. It's bakery chain. Similar chain as you have like McDonald's or Starbucks. Basically, it's a bakery. It's in main streets. It smells well. I mean, if you pass it, you can't. You basically have to go in, but quite simple. So, and they say that the best startup, and actually it's listed.
Thank you. Katrin, what's your point, especially from legal aspects?
Well, nothing much more than to add on to what was said. I think knowledge, I would say that definitely sounds boring maybe, but actually it can be the sort of make or break, I think, of good ideas. And this, what was talked about earlier as well, of this interdisciplinary knowledge. I don't mean just knowledge in your narrow field, but you should try to find out, and this doesn't have to be very long and boring. It can just be, contacting the right people, like what else is out there? Are there any legal restrictions for this business? Are there any restrictions for actually making a profit from it, etc.? So to sort of have this good idea, but then take at least, 5 minutes to find out more about it, etc. So.
Stephan, please.
My advice is treat digital not as an end in itself. Treat it as a means to an end. Use it as a tool to disrupt other industries, for example, healthcare, both with applications for consumers and with software systems, hardware systems for hospitals. Enormous potential for cost savings, enormously many pain points in hospitals because they still work with paper, that kind of thing. You can use your core competence here in Estonia to disrupt other industries, as long as you remember digital can be a tool, it needn't be an end in itself. Good luck.
So thank you very much for our panelists. We're just concluding very simply hot segments versus long tail opportunities. So if you want to get rich, very very fast way, go E and M commerce as soon as possible. If you want to change the world, just try to find more business opportunities in long-tail industries. Thank you very much. I ask a big applause for our panelists, and then we have a small gift for them. Thank you.